Hey everybody, Target Pistol Guy. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to do a quick tabletop. I got a couple guns that I got in from Perry, and I'm going to talk about them. So in this video, we are going to be comparing just real quick, the Hammerli 215S. You can see the S in there. There it is. The 215S and the 208S. Oh my God, did I get two S guns? Yes, I did. Heavens to Betsy. All right, let's go ahead and make sure these guns are safe. That one's safe, obviously, because it's got a plug in it. That one's safe, obviously, because it's got a plug in it. And we are going to just compare these. So these are obviously both used guns. People don't make these guns anymore, at least not yet. Make these guns new, although they are releasing an XS. Hammerli is in the all-steel version. But the Hammerli 208 is, and the 215S, and we'll go through the differences a little bit, at least as I know them, is widely considered to be, if you're going to get a Hammerli, they're the ones you want. And the reason is because both of these guns come with a two-stage trigger. So for example, by comparison, here's my first Hammerli. Well, actually not my first Hammerli, but the one that I use a lot. Whoopsie. And this is a Hammerli Hello, come on, lock back. Hold on. This is just a Hammerli International. And this is the gun that I use for 22 EIC. I love this gun. It's got the short trigger that I just love, but it is a single stage pull. It still has a great roll. We'll go ahead and dry fire it real quick so you can watch. But whether you have the short trigger or the long trigger, these sort of are in a fixed position and you can adjust the trigger weight, but they're not as adjustable as the 208S. So here's what I got, right? I bought this from Bullseye Shooters, pretty well known in the community. Bought it at Canton. It came with a red dot. I take that off because I'm an iron sight guy. You heard. And I threw on some Rink grips that I had for it. And probably the thing, so in addition to having a two-stage trigger and all of the adjustability that comes on with that, the distinctive thing that you'll notice about the 208 is it has this squared off trigger guard, which I think is really, really handsome. But the one reason, in addition to the trigger, that I really, really wanted this was that, like a lot of modern guns, it has the ability to move the trigger forward and rearward. So as you can see, this one has been moved forward by moi, and this one is all the way to the rear. So why do I have two of these? All right, well, so I've always wanted one, so, you know, ha ha ha, two is one, one is none, whatever. But before leaving for Perry, let's call him a national champion metallic shooter, had clued me in that this was available at a very reasonable price. So I said, cool, here's my credit card, and I bought it. It comes with this sort of synthetic grip, and the trigger has been, I don't know what you call it, like melted or something. But basically a lot maybe stuff has been added to it. I don't know. It doesn't affect it. It just looks like somebody, like a dog chewed on it. But it feels great, you know. Feels like you would expect one to feel. But it just looks ugly. All right. But, you know, you guys know what that is. You tell me, but it looks like somebody chewed on it. It says Hammerli International on the side. I'm not sure if that's normal. And then it says Hammerli 215S, and it's got all the S parts, and it comes with that really handsome weight. The rear sight has the markings that you would expect, the very helpful markings, because this gun doesn't, and I always get confused on the line. It came with one magazine, which is cool. And yeah, I was pretty pleased with it. So I picked this up after I got back from Perry, but while I was at Canton, this bad boy showed up for sale, and you know, you want the 208, so you buy the 208. And I threw these grips on. I moved the trigger forward, and you can kind of see it connect here. Actually, I'll do this so that you can watch. Ooh. It is different than the traditional, and it's very adjustable. But I read the book for adjusting this, and you gotta like take it apart to adjust it. So, you know, maybe the dirty little secret of the 208S and the 215S is that, yes, you can adjust it, but you probably aren't going to, because it feels pretty great where it is. You're probably just going to do what I did and adjust this to, you know, where you want it position wise, and do that. So we'll take a look at the back comparison. So this one doesn't have a safety, which is cool because it's a target gun. This one does have a safety, but it will never be used. This one has a really wide leaf on it. This one has kind of your traditional leaf. Whoa, my goodness. What is the other big difference? The other thing that you can kind of tell is that how is the best way to show this? The barrels are profiled differently. So if I were to go out on a gander, I would say that the 215 barrel is heavier, even though it is tapered with this sort of cross checkering along to reduce glare. But it stays flat the whole way and all the way to the top. Whereas the Hammerli 208S is rounded. It still has this sort of anti-glare here, but it is rounded, or kind of, I wouldn't call it a tri-top, and then scalloped up here at the front. So, and obviously the gun's clear. I'm not trying to shoot you through your computer, and that's not possible anyway, but there's the front profile. And you could compare that to the front profile of the 215. And you would see that this one is a little bit beefier, so you expect this one to be a little bit heavier out front. I haven't taken these grips off, but I would suspect that it has checkering on the front strap. This checkering, it has serrations on the front strap, similar than the other ones. And I don't really see any other markings. I did shoot this on the practice day, and it was a dream. I didn't shoot it in competition because I'm not going to switch up my guns in competition. And if I'm being honest, I didn't want to get it wet. But yeah, I'm excited to get these guns out and shoot them, man. I'm coming to be the Hammerli collector. So real quick, give me 1 sec. Let me run and grab some grips. But let's talk let's talk about this, and you guys tell me what grips you think I should put on, and maybe if I should put an optic on it. All right, so just hold on 1 sec. I'm gonna run over here real quick. So these are the two Hammerli grips that I have available that I think I could throw on these. These ones are specifically for the 208S. So I might actually put these on here. Ooh, God, that looks good. You know, I like this one. So this is a Rink grip, and this is a Nils. They look pretty similar, but I like how the Nils has this checkering all the way up. I found this on Gunbroker. So I'm excited to put on these on one of these guns. I don't know which one. But then I also have this ambidextrous one that I think is pretty cool. And this is also a Nils. And I don't know if this would fit. I think it would fit on either one of these guns. But it feels pretty good in the hand. It just doesn't have the shelf like I think we're used to. This honestly doesn't feel that good, but it's very slick. And obviously, you know, I've covered all these guns in oil, so they're slick to begin with. This one does feel pretty commanding in the hand and pretty heavy. So I'd be interested in what you guys think. I got some magazines with some fancy plates because I'm a fancy guy. I have this. This is a Smith 41 magazine that's been notched to fit, and I think it fits in both. We'll go ahead and check. Should. Yeah, it fits in that one. Locks back. But, you know, good luck getting it out, I guess. There we go. And then it has this magazine, so that's pretty sweet. So that's just a quick first look at the Hammerli's collection, and looking at the 215 versus the 215S versus the 208. Let me know your thoughts. If you know anything about Hammerli's, let me know. But me to you, target pistol guy, hold hard and shoot straight.